Okay. I have a lot invested in this football game. The Discord, we have a lot invested in this Discord. Or, yes, we actually do have a lot invested in this Discord. I can't even speak because I'm so excited for Carolina tonight. I am so thrilled for the Carolina Panthers tonight. All right. This is why. Because we currently have this 5-leg parlay going, 4 legs in the Discord, 5 for me, because I tried to, it's a long story, but just know that we're there. Okay. And the last leg is Carolina +3 tonight. That's it. That's all we need. That's the last leg. So let's look at a bunch of stuff. I'm going to hit you with a 3-leg parlay. It's +611. I'm going to hit you with any times the first touchdown and maybe something a little belligerent, something a little crazy, just something a little different. How about that? Is that okay with you, folks? That would be the big thing for me. All right. Now, let us begin, because I think we can start at least, especially if you're going to run an anytime TD or anything along those lines. We still have these deals for you. Caesars absolutely is up there. 21 or older gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, BetMGM as well. We're going to get right into it, but I might as well at least show you what I have cooking here. This is one of the bets I have coming up. Just run it. There's your first bet, up to $50, right, on Caesars. You'll get $250 back. Beautiful. Weekly bonuses of $50 for 5 weeks. That's good. Trust me, that's good. Also, BetMGM, you want to do this? You get 2 free months in the Discord. You can sweat parlays like we're doing right now into Monday Night Football. And by the way, you get to hang with Eric Lindquist for 2 free months. Not bad. $1,000 on this at BetMGM, $50 on Caesars. Your first bets. We have links below across the board. Let's hit it. That's just showing you what we can do. First play in the game is actually a player prop. It's Kenny Pickett. We ain't really feeling Kenny Pickett. And you look at this game, Cleveland's defense clearly up to task, up to par here. They've played well. And Kenny Pickett is a guy who we expect to struggle throwing the football. I'm not convinced on the protection, and I'm not convinced that on the decision-making. This is a game in which the Steelers, a tight line as we've seen, it speaks more to me about how Kenny Pickett is going to have to win this game versus just handing the football over to Najee Harris 20, 30, 40, 50 times. You see the number, the best we can find was 205.5. Not expected to throw. Pittsburgh, a tight dog at home against a division rival, one that was a sharp pick, mind you, Cleveland, to do some stuff. I don't think people look at Cleveland as far as a division winner, as far as a Super Bowl. And I'm not saying from a fan standpoint, I'm saying from a futures where there was value, expecting them to lose this game. While Pittsburgh is going to have this cloud or narrative surrounding Mike Tomlin about, is this going to be the year in which he doesn't win, go 500 or better? No. Don't have to worry about any of that stuff here. Deshaun Watson, fine. No weather, no elements, none of that stuff that you have to worry about as much like you did last week. This is really a game in which Kenny Pickett struggles. Under 205.5 passing yards for Kenny Pickett. Under 205.5 passing yards. Okay? That's the first leg at -110. Now, here's where we go our next leg, because I think looking at the game itself, 2 ways you can do this. 2 ways. For me, it's fading New Orleans. It's simply that. It's looking at where Dennis Allen is when laying points on the road. It's looking at where Derek Carr is laying points on the road. The numbers speak for themselves. They are horrific. I'm getting to them for you right now as I speak. I'm also cooking up some anytimes and other stuff. So did I ask you yet to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe? You can leave me all the comments you love below. This thing's going to hit. This is going to fade. This is going to bust. 611. All the other good times, good fun stuff. But they have losing records as both coach and quarterback, Allen Carr, respectively. These guys are not your friends, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. So, with that said, the best thing you could do here would be to take the key number at 3. This was 3.5. You missed it. It's okay. You missed it. No big deal. You'll be able to get it back, I promise. But for now, the play is simply this, +3. And look, we go under because, again, some good numbers here. In fact, we may even have to set you up. Yeah, let's do it. Because I know he loves it, and I know that he would be remiss if we didn't do this here. So, the Ben Raza stat of the day actually finds itself in under territory. So, here we go. Let's work this trend of the day in just for Ben because I know he loves it. New Orleans is 0-4 under, meaning 4-0 to the under on Mondays, 4-1 to the under in game 2 of the season. Oh, by the way, the Panthers are 6-0 to the under in their last 6 games as a division home dog and 5-0 to the under when coming off a loss of 14 or more points. 4 separate trends telling you to bet one way. Will you do it? That's the question, Jimmy. Will you do it? Look, this is just an under game. That's another thing, too. If I'm fading Carr, if I'm fading the Saints, I'm going to fade the total. So that's our 3-leg. That's our parlay. That's our smash factory right there. I love the trend of the day. That's some fun stuff, man. It really is. Anytimes. You want to get to some anytimes? Let's do it. Now, I'm going to put them up here on Caesars, but you've got good odds on FanDuel. You've got good odds elsewhere. That's why you use OddsShopper. That's why you use the OddsShopper premium tool to bang, bang, bang around. I'll give you 70% off your first purchase. That's your first week or your first month. It's up to you, but you're going to get 70% off either stinking way. Let's do it. Can I get some touchdowns up here, please? Elijah Moore, I gave you that one. Heavy concentration from Deshaun Watson. Amari Cooper banged up. We know that. We also know that Elijah Moore, lion's share of carries. I love using that word because I don't use it often. He's going to get targets. He's going to be the number one vision first guy, even if he's not the first progression. Deshaun Watson's best friend tonight throwing the football is going to be Elijah Moore. I want that north of, again, I know I can get this at 260 elsewhere. Plus 260 for Elijah Moore with the expected targets he's going to get is a great bet, and you better do it. Again, I can get this Michael Thomas bet at plus 1,100, but you know what? Here we go. First TD score. I'm a sucker for a narrative, aren't you? Saints perfect on the road, stealing that first touchdown. Again, home team is always or should defer, get the ball in the second half at home. Usually leaves the road team, so that's a guaranteed choice. Now it's just, all right, road team loses, you think would defer. If they win, okay. Or if they lose, they get the ball. If they win, you would think they would defer too. You would hope they would defer. So Carolina not getting the first touchdown, that goes to Michael Thomas. And that's just the TV is going to love it. That's all I'm saying. You're looking for something to separate this bet for anything else. You're not going to hit me with a pound of data or projections. It's just going to be a soft, easy narrative. Rashid Shaheed. Rashid in the house. Not 1, but 2. The anytime is 2 at plus. I can get this at plus 260. By the way, Elijah Moore was 310. I stand corrected. No. Rashid is 310. Rashid is 310 elsewhere. That's nearly 100 points of value. Bet him for 1. Bet him because there will be a ton of focus on 2 other receivers not named Rashid Shaheed. And Shaheed has already stepped in and been able to take advantage of that. This is as good of a number 3 receiver as you're going to see really in the NFL, at least so far in this short season. He's stepped up into a role where he's been able to grab some balls, 5, including that touch. We're going 2 tonight, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns for Shaheed. That's Lindquist least approved play of the game. All right. And there you have it. I don't know what's going on there, but that's fine. Run the parlay back. Bang. Pick it under 5.5 passing yards. Carolina Panthers plus 3 under 39.5 for the Saints-Panthers. So a little same game parlay plus the other one. That'll get you about 611. All right. You may have a little bit, unfortunately, of a correlation with the same game, but that's fine. You're in that neighborhood. And as far as touchdowns are concerned, look, first touchdown, Michael Thomas, anytimes. Elijah Moore, Rashid Shaheed, Lindy's least approved. 2 for Shahid. I love you. Thumbs up, subscribe. Did I mention we're sweating this 5-leg parlay out?